Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to configure Lucky Patcher. Um, if you are looking to download Lucky Patcher, very soon I will create another video, or maybe by the time I create it, I will also put the configuration settings with it. But for now, um, I have the Lucky Patcher installer, and I'm going to show you how to install it. Okay, and to configure it. First of all, um my Lucky Patcher installer is right here. I would press install and it would install. Some phones, uh once you press install like this, well, all phones naturally will tell you um allow installation from unknown sources for the app to be installed. That way you have to go to your settings in order for you to be able to install these apps from foreign sources. If you are using an Android phone and you are not installing from Play Store, um, automatically it is an unknown source. But if you are using iOS and you are not installing from App Store, it is also an unknown source. Now, if you want to allow installation from unknown sources, you go to settings, security, and then you scroll down. You see right here, unknown sources, allow installation of apps from unknown sources. Mine was already checked, and automatically installation was allowed for said driver, so it's automatically installed the app. Now, once you've installed your app, this is the installer, so it will have to reinstall the actual Lucky Patcher. So it will show you something like that now. Yes, enable the ability to install APK files via Lucky Patcher. Okay, yes. Do you want to install Lucky Patcher? Yes. Preparing installation of Lucky Patcher. This one is installing the actual Lucky Patcher. What I just installed was Lucky Patcher installer. Now, look at this. I tap install, and okay, just a little bit of patience. Get done in a few. All right. So once you install this, okay, now this is what I was talking about. Automatically, once you check allow installation from unknown source, if that particular source has not installed any app before, it will show a dialog like this, allowing requesting permission to install from that particular source. Once it requests it the first time and you allow it, once it requests it at all, once you allow it, it will not request it ever again. So unless maybe you uninstall the app and you install it again, then it will ask you for permission to install once again. But for now, it just installed and it will not ask you for permission anymore. Okay, so this is the Lucky Patcher, and okay, that's done. We're done. Now this installer automatically opened Lucky Patcher. You will have to provide these permissions, but naturally, yeah, the installer will ask to uninstall itself. You will uninstall the installer, and then what you have right here is the actual Lucky Patcher. Okay, let's enter the app. It will ask you to provide these permissions to read and write into external storage and to access some other stuff. So you provide the permissions, uh, allow to access this device's location. Some will say allow all, some phones will say allow all the time, some will say allow sometimes. You just allow it all the time. Allow to make and manage phone calls. Don't worry, they won't make Lucky Patcher won't make and manage phone calls. You just need to allow all the permissions. Then whatever, yes. Do you want to run the play protect dialog? No, do not run the play protect dialog. But that would be more helpful if Well, if Lucky Patcher keeps popping notifications like we have identified Lucky Patcher on your phone, please uninstall it. They believe Lucky Patcher to be a very harmful app, so just don't mind them. Or you can run the Play Protect dialog. That will help you to cover and stuff. Then, now one thing we must do in order for you to hack games is switches right here, bottom left of the screen, right here, switches. But first, let's set this thing a little bit. Settings, that's right, settings. Text size, okay, text size, I don't need to change that. Orientation, I don't like when I just bend it and just turns, so I'd like to set the orientation to portrait, although I will need to restart the app for this to take effect. Sort order, sort by name, that will be easier to find any app I'm looking for. Filter. Now I want to remove system apps because Lucky Patcher naturally knows that system apps, once you tamper with them, it can affect your system UI and cause it to crash. When a device crashes, it means like it just stops working, or something you guys can call like blows. Not that it actually blows up, but it'll just shut down and it won't turn on anymore. That's what it means for something to crash. Now that's about all you need to set here. You can change other things with respect to how you prefer it. Now it will reset itself. Now it has reset itself according to name. Now the switches is the next thing, right? Yes, the switches is the next thing. Now Google Billing Emulation, it is naturally turned on. It supports patch for in-app and level emulation. Yes, but you also need to turn on this one, proxy server for emulation of in-app purchases. If you do not turn it on, whenever you hack an app, the app will be hacked, yes, but once you try to purchase something, you cannot get a redirection, like a redirection menu to Lucky Patcher. You cannot get Lucky Patcher to tell you or to ask you if you actually want to purchase this stuff. It'll be like, I tried to purchase something and the game tells me I have no internet, something like that. It just says you need to turn on your internet for you to be able to purchase. Not that that's what the game will say, but something like like it won't just give you anything, just something like that. So you turn this one on, it will ask you to install an app. This app, proxy server for in-app purchases. Don't worry, it's a few kilobytes, which is less than MB. You press install. It won't actually do anything to your space, and you can't open the app. It's just there. It will just help you. Now you see the same thing happens here. You have to allow installation from Lucky Patcher. Once you allow it the first time, anytime you want to install anything else, it will just automatically install. Now you see you can't open the app, so just press done. Service test failed, something is not working properly. You must provide all the necessary permissions, blah blah blah. Okay, open settings. Well, this is your proxy server for in-app purchases, nothing wrong here. Okay, and that's about it. This one also needs to be turned on. This one right here. You must leave it on. Now I'd like to turn this one on in case I install any app from Google Play Store. Maybe I want to hack the game or the app, and by the time I hack it, it cannot install anymore, as the hack cannot install. So I'll just have to install the backup that we get from here. But since there is no backup right now, it shows there were no backup files found, whatever. Okay, so I guess that's about it in setting up your and configuring your Lucky Patcher. Any other thing you want to set, any other thing that you prefer, it'll be your choice. Anyway, I would advise that you stay up to date in your updating a Lucky Patcher. And well, these custom patches, I don't actually find them useful so much, but some people do. Some people prefer using custom patches. One thing you also need to know about custom patches is that they don't work unless you are using the version the patch was made for. Now, before I uninstalled Lucky Patcher, I had to reinstall it to show you guys how to configure it. Before I uninstalled it, I sent away the custom patches, so Yeah, right here. So I could get it back. Okay, I know Lucky Patcher is right here. I'm already used to this kind of thing. I know where Lucky Patcher is. So I'll just merge it right there. Everything will come together as one. Okay, and that's that. Look at this. Custom patches all there. Lucky Patcher is upholding about 24 MB right now. Okay, so when I enter the app again, okay, let's leave the app and come back. First of all, let's see if it's still turning. Oh, look at this. It said you have to close the app and come back for it to take effect, right? Okay, now I just left Lucky Patcher. I just left the app, and now look at this. I'm entering the app once again. Okay, and now let's try turning it. Well, I just turned it and didn't take effect. Now you see, this app did not have custom patches before. Now it does. Take a look again. Look at this one. It now has custom patch, and this one as well. So it's just like I just backed up something as though I backed up the custom patches. Now take a look at this. Opera Mini. Let's see this app info. It says the version 62.5.2254.61243. Now, menu of patches, custom patch applied APK. Now look at this. Okay. Well, naturally, some patches will work for any version of the app, but also some custom patches will not work for. Now look at this one. Lone Wolf version 1.2.90. It'll give you all this, all missions, all guns, VIP premium. Let's see what version this one is. 1.2.90, which means if I apply the custom patch on this particular Lone Wolf app, it will work perfectly fine. But if I apply it on some other one, look at this one, version 1.157.09102.23. Now this one is version 1. Okay, this is just the same thing. It's because I regularly update my custom patches. If I don't, well, I'll probably not be having the same thing around. You get? So, although if you actually want to be using custom patches, I would advise you update them quite regularly. This one is version 5.4.4.229, and the app is definitely the same. The app version is definitely the same, 5.4.4.229. So just update your custom patches, update your Lucky Patcher regularly. If you notice that you hacked an app and it worked perfectly fine, and then when you updated Lucky Patcher it wasn't working anymore, all you have to do is like go to the app, like this one that I hacked, and you see menu of patches, APK rebuild for in-app and level emulation, and then you remove this one, and you see support patch, update patch in a already patched application. That is for if you have hacked the app before the hack was working for an older version of Lucky Patcher, and then when you updated it, it stopped working, then all you have to do is use this patch and it'll work just fine. All right, so I guess that's about it. That's the end of this tutorial for how to configure your Lucky Patcher. Once again, thank you, and well, good luck on whatever you're doing, stuff like that. God be with you.